It was a 5-hour ride today, just as I planned it. I didn't get any onboard footage today because when I went to fire up the GoPro, it was basically out of battery, so don't even really know what happened because I charged it yesterday, so I might have left it on or something like that. But so no onboard footage today. I started out by riding about 35 minutes just by myself, getting warm. Then I met up with the guys in the club and we rode some intervals. We did 2 times 2 minutes maximum, all out, with a 2-minute rest interval in between. Then we basically just jumped right on to 2 times 10-minute threshold interval in groups of 3, and I got set up with a guy who's going to ride in the highest grade here in Denmark, the A grade, and another guy who is just a monster on the bike. Both like diesel engines, really used to just keeping a high pace, and I'm more like a puncher, so they just killed me. Only 3 minutes rest in between each set, so I was just dead in the end. Then we did some lead out training and some stuff like that, but I'm not that into that because we do it in athletic field, I guess it is, on tarmac, but the corners are a bit slippery and there's a lot of branches and stuff like that lying around, and I'm a bit scared of that. So I just rode around to my best ability, and that was the end of that. And then, per usual, they did interval on bike strength training. So I just motor paced behind the guy who's going to ride in the highest grade here in Denmark. That was great. And then we rode home. We did stop by a small circuit where we held our club championship and just practiced taking corners, which was hell for me because it was the place where I crashed, and I'm not really comfortable yet taking the corners as fast, especially not when the roads are a bit slippery. So, but I held on the best I could. And then after that, we were just basically rode home, and I did an hour after that, and I just I've gotten home and I'm tired. I ended up doing just 5 hours and 2 minutes, which was the plan. It was the plan to get over 5 hours of riding in today, and now I'm really tired. I just need to clean the bike, I guess. I might just do a quick and dirty wash because I'm going to ride again tomorrow, but the bike definitely needs some cleaning. I only rinsed it after my last ride, so it's pretty dirty. So another rinse today, and that should do. So let's see if we can get this one to charge and see what was actually wrong with it. If it actually was out of battery. There's the red light indicating that it's actually charging. Let's see if we can even fire it up. Way! It's actually firing up. Let's see if we pull the plug. Well, yeah, basically, yeah, no battery. Don't know why, so we'll leave that to charge. All right, let's take this off. I need a recovery smoothie now. have it. Smoothie. The secret ingredients to this smoothie, because it's basically just some bananas, some strawberries, some blueberries, and a bit of orange juice. Well, that's a lot of carbs, so making this great for recovery, you have to put in something proteinish and some oilish. So one of the secret ingredients is this. Have no clue what it's called in English. Can we get that to focus? Probably not. It's basically omega-3 oil, so good fats. And then we have this product called Skyr. It's an Icelandic product, I think, and it's a dairy product. It kind of reminds you of yogurt, something like that, just a lot sour. And it has, let's see if we can find it. It has 10 grams of protein per 100 grams. It has 60 calories per 100 grams. And only 3.5 grams of carbs. So it's really, really good because you get the protein and you don't get a lot of fat and you don't get a lot of carbs. Basically get protein. And that's what you need in a smoothie for recovery. So, screw up. Don't know if you can buy it overseas, but you can buy it here in Denmark. If you saw my rant a couple of days ago about the copycat quota, which basically is a ripoff of my bike design. I've dug in a bit and see if I can find more information about it. And it turns out that it was displayed on a trade show in Belgium or Holland by the distributor of Quota in the Netherlands, who also has the Karima agency. So what I actually thought was that they only copied the purple side, but that wasn't the case. Because after the last video I made, I got a comment saying that there was actually somebody who had posted pictures on my Weight Weenies page where I introduced my bike. And there were pictures of the non-drive side. And that is basically green with a pink logo. So they basically just copied the design. And don't really know what to say about that. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Not like that. You can change the colors and you can do that. But ripping it off color for color almost, it just seems wrong. So I've reached out to the distributor to see if they can tell me how they came up with the design. I'm basically just trying to, if I can get them to admit that they've copied my design, I'll be happy. But I'm also just hoping a bit that they'll say, hey, it's an original design, we haven't seen yours and all that, because you know they'd be lying. So, but I guess if you make something cool, that somebody will probably copy it at some point. Just have to be flattered about it, I guess. Cheers. As I mentioned in the last video, I also bought some new stuff. So I bought some stuff off of Wiggle, because that's basically the place where you buy stuff online at the moment, I guess. And it actually started by the last Saturday ride. I was just wearing some like thin wind protection shoe covers because it wasn't that cold, and I have like the CD winter boots for riding this winter. So sometimes I just wear like a thin windbreaker fabric around the shoes, and the shoe covers, the zipper broke, and they've been, I think they were the first shoe covers I bought like 7 or 8 years ago, so they were due for a change. So I decided to buy some new, and I was actually going to buy some Castelli because I love Castelli stuff, even though I got a Sportful on. My pants are actually Castelli and my winter jacket is Castelli. I like Castelli, but I just couldn't justify the price that they wanted for their stuff. So I went to Wiggle and bought some stuff instead. So these are the DHB, which is the house brand at Wiggle. They make them themselves. And these were just dead cheap. They were like $20 probably. And they seem alright. They're not great quality. Time will tell how they hold up. But for the matter, it's okay. Like a finished thing like this, why on earth wouldn't they sew it around so that it would be flat against? Well, just a minor detail, I guess. But hopefully these will protect me from the wind on my feet and keep my feet nice and warm. And while I was at it, I kind of bought some more stuff. So I bought some base layer because I have a lot of base layer and I'm very bad at throwing stuff out. So some of the base layer I have is pretty old, so it was time for a change. Sorry about that. So I bought some more base layer and it was also pretty cheap actually. So one of the base layers I got was this from Under Armour. It's just a basic base layer. It keeps me cool and something in French, I guess. This is just a medium. It's pretty slim fitting. Normally I would use a large in Castelli, but this is spot on, a bit tight. But it was around $20 as well, so can't really complain about the price. So I actually got 2 of them. It was a mistake actually. Are they even the same? Yeah, they're the same. I only thought I'd put 2 in the shopping basket, but or 1 in the shopping basket, but then there were 2. And I also bought this, which is a DHB base layer in navy blue. I like that. The fabric is actually a bit familiar to, or similar to, some of the stuff I got from Sportful. It's a bit thicker material. But I'll give it a go. See what, if it's alright. It feels pretty good. And it was dead cheap again. So this was like $15. And while I was at it, I bought some Aero shoe covers as well. Ta-da! Grip Grab. There's actually 2 of them. There's also that one. Last year I bought some Velitas shoe covers that are supposed to be very aerodynamic. And they're probably great. I just didn't like riding them because they weren't breathable. They're just basically a rubber shoe cover that you pull over your shoes, and I get really warm. So when I took them off, they were all wet on the inside, and my feet were wet. So even on shorter rides, so they protect great from water spray and stuff like that, but they actually also keep the water in. So this time I wanted to get some different stuff. So hopefully these will be lighter, more breathable, and making sure that my feet won't be wet when I'm out riding. So I guess that's it from today's vlog. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to watch the other videos and give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Tomorrow I hope to be out riding again. There's a Winter Cup being ridden not far from me, and I'll see if I can go, but it depends quite a bit on the legs, and these guys aren't really messing about, even though it's supposed to be a quiet ride and an easy ride and stuff like that, but with a bit of race intensity. There's always some idiot who skips the Saturday training and then is just ready to race Sunday morning. But that's how it goes. It's just for the fun of it. So hopefully I'll get some footage from that. Hopefully I'll manage to get out to the race. And if not, have a good weekend. See you later.